Seeing as though the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition is just 8 days away, I wanted to share my thoughts and things I do and don't like so far from what we have been shown. Now for the disadvantages, I first want to talk about the upgraded character models. I know a lot of people have had mixed opinions on the character models themselves, especially my boy Tommy. However, I can't help but agree on this one. Not only are these remasters running on a completely separate engine, now the Unreal Engine, but we do have to keep in mind these games are going back 15 to 20 years now. And yes, like Rockstar has indeed stated, they are trying to keep the old roots of the original games. I still can't help but think a little bit about Fortnite when it comes to these models. Now although they have of course kept the cartoonish style to the originals, but still I can't help but feel as though some characters were kept mainly the same, however highly upgraded, or just completely separate models, like Tommy. Now Claude looks fine for the most part, and who knows, will he speak this time? Definitely not. Others still stick to the originals and look great, but some just look like Barbie dolls with highly maxed out plastic surgery. Now I can't help but worry about some aspects of the original games being stripped from their nostalgia. After all, this isn't exactly a remake, but again, for the advantages, the overall screenshots shown so far look great for the most part, improved lighting, and most importantly, getting rid of those wacky sidewalk edges made out of paper. Again, the cities themselves do look a lot better, but I do see a lot less of the darker feel to the original games, mainly because they increased the lighting to make it stand out of course, and I don't see anything bad about that. It's definitely something that will of course take away the original feel of Liberty City. Now, for the most part, San Andreas looks great. The buildings are definitely more improved to say the least, yet they still feel like the original, which is perfect. As for Vice City, this is where it pops through a lot more. Although we don't see much of Vice City, the improved lighting on Ocean Drive definitely shows the improvements overall. The draw distances have made a massive improvement, and the weather effects look astonishingly better than before. We have updated tree models instead of looking like pieces of paper in the originals, as well as upgraded reflections on vehicles and new vehicle models. This time nighttime actually looks like nighttime, and I'm overall very happy about the visuals and graphical improvements that we have seen so far. Now as for the UI changes and features, we of course have supported 4K and 60 FPS, which is expected, as well as GTA 5 style control layout, and interestingly upgraded gun mechanics for each game, however only upgraded drive-by systems for San Andreas only and none of the other games. The ability to restart a failed mission is a must. I know for a lot of people that was their main pet peeve about these games, but what adds the icing onto the cake is the upgraded minimap and navigation tools, allowing players to set waypoints, which is great for players who have no idea where they are going, can't tell the map like the back of their hand. Now the original Kotaku leak, which broke out months ago, stated that this was close to a heavily modified version of the original games. Now this does explain the initial takedowns of Vice City, GTA Underground, and many other mods for the original games. Rockstar didn't want competition, and that was what they had at the time. Having a multi-billion-dollar company releasing remakes for $60 while mods go out there for free looking just as similar to them simply couldn't happen for Rockstar. And one final note to mention is that the initial Kotaku leak stated that Rockstar Dundee were in fact the main development team working on these remasters. However, that simply isn't the case. In fact, Grove Street Games are the head devs for these games. Anyway guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. We are just 8 days away. I'm hoping to see some gameplay sometime this week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And with that said, I'm glad you listened to my thoughts, and I'll see you all later.